Hello friends! For many years we've all been using the standard calendar system, but I've created a different way of representing time. It's called the AL calendar. In the calendar we use today, there are 12 months from January to December, dates from 1 to 31, and 7 weekdays from Sunday to Saturday. Using that familiar system as a foundation, I designed a new method of timekeeping, where letters are used instead of numbers. The sequence begins with the English alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, and continues all the way to Z. But the counting doesn't stop at Z. After Z comes AA, AB, AC, AD, and so on. Once it reaches AZ, the next sequence starts with BA, BB, BC, and continues. This pattern can keep going indefinitely. If necessary, it can expand to AAA, AAB, AAC, and continue even further, up to ZZZZ and beyond. Now let's see how these letters are connected to dates. The AL calendar is based on the Gregorian calendar that we use today. In the Gregorian calendar, counting begins on January 1st, AD 0001. The AL calendar also uses this exact date as its starting point. According to this system, January 1st, AD 0001 is represented by the letter A. In other words, A is the very first day of the AL calendar. The next day, January 2nd, AD 0001 becomes B, January 3rd becomes C, January 4th becomes D, January 5th becomes E, and the sequence continues day by day. As the count progresses, January 26th, AD 0001 is represented by Z, completing the single-letter series. After that, January 27th, AD 0001 becomes AA, January 28th becomes AB, January 29th becomes AC, and the double-letter sequence begins. From that point onward, the count continues without interruption. Every single day receives its own unique letter code. Based on this calculation, December 31st, AD 0001 is represented by the code NA. When the next year begins, the sequence does not restart from A. Instead, it continues from the previous day's code. As a result, January 1st, AD 0002 becomes NB, January 2nd becomes NC, January 3rd becomes ND, and the sequence keeps moving forward. This is one of the most important features of the AL calendar. Even when the year changes, the count never resets. Just like time itself, the sequence flows continuously. If we continue the calculation, December 1st, AD 0002 is represented by ZZ, which marks the end of the double-letter series. The following day, December 2nd, AD 0002 becomes AAA, and December 3rd becomes AAB, marking the beginning of the three-letter series. By continuing this calculation through days, months, and years, the date January 1st, 2000 receives the code AONAN. This idea of recording time using letters instead of numbers is what I call the AL calendar. Let me know what you think about this concept in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.